So it's finished Liverpool 2, Wolverhampton Wanderers 1 at Anfield. It felt like we could have and probably should have got something out of that game. To be honest, I think if we cut out silly errors and so on, it could have been a different a different afternoon and a different result for Wolves. The starting line was probably close to what we would have expected. I think it's pretty much bang on what I suggested on the preview. Front three of Cunha, Gedge and Sarabia, and then the midfield two of João Gomez and Andre. The back five, as you would expect as well, and Jose Sarr in goal. And I don't know, both teams at the moment, it was very sort of stop-start, and it didn't help with the quality of refereeing, I think, from Simon Hooper today. But the quality of the ball, us trying to keep hold of the ball, just sloppy. The quality of passes, they were overhit, underhit, losing the ball quite cheaply. One of the frustrations from the first half, well, I'll go back to what I said there, was the referee, and there were 2 or 3 instances where Wolves, were stopped on a counter or bringing the ball forward, just no attempts to play the ball whatsoever, and there was no bookings given out by the referee. Doc obviously pleaded with the referee, and he then booked Matt Doherty for that. Jamie Carragher on the commentary here in England was saying, Wolves are disappointed because they're not getting the fouls. No, we're getting the fouls, but we're not seeing the bookings and the cautions that should be given with those. So we got a couple of cheap bookings from that with Doc and Agbadu as well, sort of pleading, why is the referee not giving out the bookings? Kanate, very fortunate maybe to still be on the pitch, because in the end he did get a booking for a foul in our own half, and then the foul just on the edge of the area. It was dangerous as well. I think he could have been sent off for that. But, we'll look at the Liverpool goals, because I think these are both frustrating. The first one was just a catalogue of errors, really. I think Doc has got to be a lot better in the duel. He's beaten so easily on the halfway line, and then that obviously allows Liverpool to break through. Ball comes out across. Totti just sticks his leg out at it, and it sort of lands at the feet of Diaz, who squeezes it past Sarr. And obviously it ends up going into the back of the net. So that was frustrating, because I think that could have been avoided with a certain amount of things. I think Doc, if he's better and stronger, they don't go through. Totti probably has to try and do a little bit more to know where that ball is going to go when he sticks his foot out at it. But yeah, that one is frustrating. And then the penalty, the first penalty I should say, shout, I think... I don't know. There's a few things there. I think Agbadu obviously is nudged, so you could give a foul against that. I think with VAR, it's quite a soft one, so I don't think VAR would overturn it for that. But then Diaz I don't know. I think Sarr is unfortunate, but when you come down and players are running at that pace, it's going to take them the slightest of touches. And I think it's one of those, when the referee gives it on the pitch, they're going to stand with it, and then Salah dispatches it and puts it into the back of the net. Second half was much better though. Wolves woke up. We looked like a much better team. First half we had very few opportunities. Cunha came close with a free kick. But second half we did wake up. We saw Marshall Monetzi come on for his Premier League debut. Of course, we got a glimpse of him against Blackburn last week. And we saw Jean-Ric Bellegarde come on in a slightly more advanced position rather than the holding midfield. We've seen him in the last couple of weeks. And like I said, it was much better from Wolves. Really restricted Liverpool to clear-cut opportunities. And the 2 instances they had which came close to goals were obviously offside, or in Diogo Jota's case, it wasn't a foul. The Salah one, obviously just offside. I think the finish from Salah for that one, that we should have made it 3-0 and would have killed the game off, was a good finish, but it's a correct decision. He's offside. And the penalty one as well. Simon Hooper was very, very quick to give that, of course. For me, they made the right decision to overturn that. I think Agbadu, sliding tackle, and Jota sort of just trying to invite the pressure. It's quite clever with how he's doing it, but there's no foul there, and I think the referee has made that right decision. Cunha's finish was phenomenal to make it 2-1. We were knocking on the door. Biggest chance in that second half to start with Marshall Monetzi. Great ball through. Nice little flick from Jean-Ric Bellegarde to send Monetzi through. And he's tried to get across again. I think the defence and Alisson do really well to make it difficult for Monetzi. Tries to go across goal, and ultimately it's saved. And then Cunha's finish is sublime as well. Nice little work on the right-hand side. Fake shot to sort of, I think it's Gravenberch and Virgil van Dijk, sort of get them away from the ball, and left-footed, which you would class as his weaker foot. But, I think finishes like that shows that like a player of that quality, he hasn't got a weak foot. He just bends it around the defenders and into that far post. It's a gorgeous finish by Cunha. And at that point, you think, can we go on to get something out of this game? Menezes again had a great chance. I think it was Tommy Doyle, low cross into the area, and Konsa comes in just in front of him to nick the ball away. And then other than that, I still feel like despite our dominance, we didn't test Alisson enough in terms of big, clear-cut opportunities. I've mentioned a couple there, but I still think the way we played, and we kept Liverpool fairly quiet in that second half, which is promising. I felt like we could have got something out of this game, and I think a point would have been huge today. It would have given us a three-point gap, a little bit of breathing space on the other two teams. Our goal difference is still okay, which is good, but we are looking a little bit more on it at the moment. I think in terms of the work effort from everybody, the work rate and effort, Cunha, the way he's working back. Menezes, there was a stage of the game where I saw, he just using all their energy and knowing now that they've got to try their best, and if they give 110%, they've got every chance of staying in the Premier League and winning points. Got another tough test next weekend away at Bournemouth in the league. But again, if we play like we did in spells today, we've got a real opportunity to get something there. But look, I'm satisfied with the overall performance, but obviously really disappointed with the result. But to come up against one of the best teams in the world, yes, they've had a little bit of a blip over the last week or so, but to go toe to toe with them and cause them some problems was good, really. And I think we cut out the errors because both goals ultimately came from our own errors. We would have had a great chance of snatching something there today. But it's finished Liverpool 2, Wolves 1. Let me know your thoughts, guys, in the comment section down below. Hit that like button, subscribe to the channel. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. I'll see you on the next one.